The following is a presentation of TFNN, The Trader's Edge, with your host, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters out there. Welcome to The Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and folks, I absolutely love being here with you. I treasure your presence here today, and my outcome is to help you to become a better money master, folks. I am absolutely here to inspire you, but mostly to lay the bricks, to lay the groundwork so that each of us can lead an inspired life, because leading an inspired life, folks, that is what it is all about. My personal outcome each and every day, I hope it's yours as well, is to always be able to increase my skills. Doesn't matter whether it's in trading or just simply in life. It's always about increasing your skills from one day to the next. So let's go take a look at one of those skill sets that each of us needs, and that's called the tool of patience, folks. Now, this one is an easy one. You got to think about it, though. A patient person, so I want you to think about this for a moment. Maybe even consider writing this down on your pad of paper that should be sitting next to your desk. If you are trading these markets, you should always be journaling what it is that's going through your mind while you are or are not taking certain trades out there. A patient person, folks, and this is where you really need patience. A patient person, in my opinion, is always richer than an impatient person, even if the patient person has less money. Think about that. A patient person is always richer than an impatient person, even if the patient person, folks, has less money. Why? I know you got to be saying, Steve, explain that to me. Why? Because the patient person, folks, can always afford to wait. And that's really what it's all about in trading, folks. It's all trading or investing. It's all about being patient enough to wait. And a patient person can always afford to wait. When we take a look at the A to B equals CDs out there, we'll take a look at a couple of them in the ES Mini. Also, anything that you'd like to, you can always give us a call here at 877-927-6648. Futures are up this morning. You had the Dow close down 50 points yesterday. You get the Dow futures up 52 this morning. The ES Mini was off 3 points yesterday. It's up about 6 right now. NASDAQ futures up 15. Composite was down 12 yesterday. Small caps were down about 4. Small caps leading the charge on the way down, really. Down 4 points, down 0.5%. You got the small caps leading the charge on the way up 0.6%, up 5 points. Really a sideways consolidation trading range ever since, and towards its highs, though. So it's consolidating near the highs ever since the move off of Friday that had basically conviction in price and no conviction with regard to volume out there. You always have to be careful of that. You've got the King Dollar U.S. dollar index trading up 3 pennies right now. No big shakes there. Rainbows everywhere across Clearwater. This morning we've had, it was kind of rainy, stormy all night, but this morning there's been rainbows everywhere. This must be your pot of gold, folks, here at TFNN. And pot of gold, you talk about pot of gold today, we've got just simply 8 hours of great programming. Following this show, you've got Tom and I doing the Money Masters. That's followed by Kate Stalter out in Santa Fe, New Mexico. As we do every Tuesday from 12 to 1, we go up to Chicago for the Options Hour, hosted by Victor Jones, Think or Swim. 1 to 2, it's our newest show, our newest edition out here, Daryl Martin, the Diagnostic Trading Hour. 2 to 3 on Tuesdays and Thursdays through July is open. David White will be filling that. He does that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 3 to 4, Ken Shreve, and 4 to 6, the Tom O'Brien Show. Again, our call number 877-927-6648. And if we take a look at patience, folks, patience is about, waiting for, I will share with you what I believe is probably I'll share there's so many things that I think are so important that if you just put those things together. But I will tell you, when it comes to trading or investing, when you're deciding to take a position in the marketplace, I will share with you the one thing, the only thing, just like Curly said in that movie. What was that movie? But you know who I'm talking about. The one thing, there's only one thing, folks. You need patience. You need confirmation. You need to wait for what I call a second opinion out there. Whatever pattern it is that you are trading out there, folks, you need to get that second opinion. When you decide to take a trade, you need to pause for one more candle. If you're on a daily chart, pause for a day. If you're on a 30-minute chart, pause for 30 minutes. If you're on a 10-minute chart, pause for 10 minutes out there. Let the market confirm by moving in the direction of your trade that you may be right. You don't know if you're going to be right, but at least let that first candle after you go ahead and you make your investment, let it move in your direction out there. Let it also give you a confirmation. That's really what the ABCs are all about. That's what buying and selling the D point is absolutely all about. In this case here, even though we've been trading in a sideways consolidation range in the ES Mini since last Friday at about 12 noon out here, if you take a look at the A point out here, the A point would be the highest swing point that we have. That's coming in at 320 on Friday, July 13th. That price out there on the ES Mini, 1353.25. Your B point happens to be the low that was put in right here. The time frame is at 3:20 in the morning yesterday. That's when the ES Mini traded down to 1346.50. The B point on this, folks, gets up to the high right at 650 yesterday morning when it was out at 1349.70, 1340. Give me a second here. 1349.75. A 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. Price projection 1343. What did the ES Mini actually trade down to? 1343. Right on the number. It did that at 10:10 yesterday. And then what, folks? What did you see happen at 10:10? If you certainly waited for a second opinion, you know what you got, folks? You got Steve's bullish engulfing candle out there. That, folks, is a beautiful thing. That's a reason to be patient out there. A patient person can always afford to wait, folks. You want to go ahead and let the market confirm that whatever pattern it is that you're trading, that it is trading in your direction. That will save and make you more money than anything else that is out there on the planet that I know of, folks. And so there was your A to B equals CD down. Now what did you have? When you have that, you start, that would be buying the D point. It's really that simple. You got your confirmation there. If you then go ahead and you take a look at the A to B, because that sets up an A to B equals CD up in this case here, your A being that 1343, that low that came in at 1010. Your B point was made relatively quick, 1050, when it moves up to 1350 as the price point. Pulls back just slightly, comes down into the 7 p.m. hour yesterday, pulls back to 1346. And a 1 to, you can see now here, this wide-ranging bar, folks. This bar right here at 11:30 last night, that wide-ranging bar told you it wanted to do more than a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD up. And if you're going to do more than a 1-to-1, what's that next level that you're going to do, folks? Exactly, 1.272. You can put that on your chart. You want to use that as your trading range out there. That's one of your expansions. The other expansion number that you want is 1.618. There's others like 2.0, 2.618, and that good old apple pie, 3.14 out there. But these are your two primaries that you're looking at. And what does the ES Mini do? The price projection of a 1 to 1.272, folks, 1355. And what did the ES Mini actually get up to? Oh, how did that happen? 1355. How does that work, folks? I know how it works. All you have to do is learn your ABCs. It's just like going back to school out there. Oh, did you get confirmation that the move to the upside was over? You did. You got a couple of bearish engulfings, but you finally got a bearish engulfing right here. This bearish engulfing at 4:50 this morning was then confirmed with that second opinion. Being patient, folks, that the move to the upside may, in fact, be over. You're simply, right now, all that the market is doing is probably waiting for Uncle Ben's rice to see whether it's going to cook the markets one way or the other, to the upside or to the downside. Now, let's go take a look at what's going on in the pre-market out here. We're talking about Earnings Central. You've got all kinds of earnings reports coming out between now. Well, certainly it's basically started. We are in full swing right now. So if you take a look at the aftermarket from yesterday, reporting, you had Cintas, CTAS, that's their ticker symbol. They're down 4%. They're off $1.51. They closed out at 39.41. They're trading down, last trade out at 37.90. Their revenue, their operating income was $539 million versus $440. Not such a bad deal. They must be their net income $297 versus $246. Their revenue, 1.05 versus 1.01. Must be the guidance. Maybe the guidance just simply in line with expectations. They're trading down about 4% this morning. Also in the pre-market from yesterday's close, Hunt JB Transportation. JBHT is the ticker symbol. They're off 5%. That's off $3 and change. They closed out at 58.33. Last trade here, firing off at 55.18. Their revenues here were $2.4 billion versus $2.15, so they blew away their revenue numbers. Earnings per share, $1.24 versus 94 cents, so it must be their guidance as well that is falling a bit short and why it is trading down. You got Joe's Jeans. That's up 9%. Of course, it only closes $1.17. It's only up 11 pennies out there, so we won't really. I just thought it was pretty cool that it was Joe's Jeans out there. If we take a look at this morning in the releases out there, you've got Comerica. CMA is the ticker symbol. That's a banking stock, folks. Closed at 30.81. Last trade firing off at 31.85. Let me make sure that's correct. 31.80. No, let me get the right thing here. Comerica, CMA, it's 31.85. So that is up 3%. Down 31%, though, folks. New Oriental Education, EDU. I hope you're not in that stock. Down 32%. They closed at 22.26 last night, trading out right now at 15.13. That's going to take a little stinger there. We'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648. We'll go take a look at some of these stocks, see what they're doing on their charts. We'll be right back, folks.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her small cap roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you gained access to each host charts and computer screen as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, Dave White, Larry Pesavento, or Victor Jones, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV yet, then visit TFNN.com today to see what you're missing.
Millionaires are made every day. The fact is, living your dreams is possible. Someone, somewhere is going to get rich. My recommendation is, let that be you. Each day, someone is making the decision to better themselves and creating a plan to fulfill their financial dreams. Let that be you. The key to turning dreams into reality is to take massive action. Let that be you. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Master Show with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN, and I can help you with your journey to great wealth. I'll show you how to create the ultimate financial edge, a set of tools, insights, and strategies that are part of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. You'll have direct access to me by phone, email, and my private library of trading and investing secrets for 30 days with an unconditional money-back guarantee. I'll take your trading to the next level. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage at TFNN.com and turn your dreams into reality. Mastering Probability, folks. Let that be you.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to archives of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Goldman Sachs out with Q2 numbers as well. Their net income, $927 million versus $1.05 billion. However, the stock is trading up right now. It's up a couple percentage points. Goldman Sachs closed out at 97.68 last night. Last trade firing off at 100.20. That's up 2 5/10%. Let's first go take a look at EDU because that is taking the biggest haircut this morning. That's down 31%. Let me see what they have here. It looks like Q1 revenues. Let's see. I don't see the numbers. There we go. So net revenues, $193 million versus $137 million. So they must have a real spending problem out there. Let's see. What is their net income? Their net income, what is it? Net income, 85 cents versus 65. So that's not it. Must be a huge guidance issue, but they are trading down substantially this morning. As I said, a 23%, 31% haircut right now, trading down at 15.15. So it's why you always want to be able to take a look at your charts, folks. You want to understand where the high volume bars are sticking out. So we've got the weekly chart, and when they put on a weekly chart, it's real clear. It's real easy. As far as going to a charting school, all I would tell you to do is just go look at those high volume bars, especially the ones above or the ones below where price is currently at. When you take a look at this stock here, you can see EDU on the weekly chart. If you go back to January 2008, January 18th, the week of January 18th, you had quite a swing there. You're taking a look at a high of $20.86 all the way down to a low of $13.43. So that's quite wide price spread. That was a sell-off there. You had 54 million shares. So it wasn't as if that was wide price spread on the way up. That was wide price spread on the way down. Now, the top of that bar held as support. It held as support coming in on the week of October 2011, when we know the market took off the week of October 2011. Also held the week of December 9th, 2011. That was also another swing point where the market moved higher. And you got October 4th, you have November 25th, and you have the December 9th-ish area. And so what you're going to see now is you're going to see penetration, and we'll take a look, and as the market opens, we'll see what kind of volume this thing has in it. But where it's trading down to, though, right now, folks, all the way down at the bottom of this bar. Also, you take a look at the next high volume bar, weekly bar out there. You'd go look at February of 2009, February 13th to be specific out there. The high is 1431. It's trading out at 1503 right now. That's where it wants to trade down to, is right inside this bar. You see it close below. Today, you see it close below 1343. What this will set up going all the way back down to the February 2009 lows, $9.51. So if you happen to be in this stock, stop. Just take your loss, or if you got a profit, even better yet, just take your profits and get the heck out of Dodge. This thing was a IPO going back into September 2006 out here. Let's go take a look at Wynn Resorts out with numbers last night. They are up 1 2/10% out there. WYNN is the ticker symbol. WYNN. And let's see, what did they report here? Actually, it would have been, let's see. Maybe they didn't come out with numbers. They were supposed to come out with numbers. So, but they're trading up $1.25. So let's not spend any time on them. I don't see their numbers. All they're really doing is trading up into this. Been in a little consolidation pattern here, going back to May of 2012, the middle of May here. Just really in a sideways move, trading up $1.25 is not doing much there. Let's go take a look at Goldman Sachs. Let's go see what Goldman Sachs, Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, the big guys are doing here this morning. Goldman Sachs trading out right now at $100.15 out there. What is that doing? You have Goldman Sachs had a gap down on May 11th. The bottom of that gap is 101.59. That's what it's trying to trade into. That has volume of 10 million shares. That is, in fact, the next candle as well also had volume of 10 million shares. So you can take a look at the range here on Goldman Sachs that it's going to be attacking. It's a 99.32. That's the low of May 14th, all the way up to the high of May 11th, 103.79 out there. Goldman Sachs also trading in a sideways trading range out there. Johnson & Johnson out with numbers down just about 70 cents right now. That's down 1%. Let's go take a look at that stock, see what it is also doing out here real quickly before we go to break. Johnson & Johnson, a strong-looking stock out here, folks. Very strong, up and over its highs going back to July 2011. Trading pulling back just slightly today, down 70 cents. No great shakes out there. 877-927-6648. When we get back, we'll see how these markets are going to pop, folks.
Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
To the races. You got the Dow up 68, S&P's up 7, Composite up 17, small caps up 5, up 0.6% out there. Microsoft up 18 cents, Intel up 32, Google up $2 and change, Apple up $2 and change as well. Mattel right behind Apple, up 10% this morning. So out with earnings. Digital Generation, DGIT, they're up 24%. Must be a buyout. Let's see out here. Digital Generation raising its strategic alternatives. Explore strategic including a sale. Okay, so that's what that is all about out there. You've got Mosaic, one of the potash companies, up 3% this morning. Coca-Cola, KO, out with the earnings. They're up 2.5%. Goldman Sachs right behind them, up almost 2% out there. Yum Brands up 1 6/10% this morning. PKG Packaging Corp, they're up. Potash up 2.5% this morning. Disney, Walt Disney World, up a couple percentage points. They're busy. Can tell you they're busy this month of July out there. Leading to the downside, you got Mattress Firm. They're taking it to the mattresses again. MFRM. I remember they took it to the mattresses a while back within the past couple months. We'll go take a look at that stock. Down 18%. New Oriental Education, as we were taking a look at, down 25% right now. Trading out at 1668. JB Hunt Transportation off 6%. Baidu down 3%. Cintas, CTAS, they are off 5%. Sina Corp, SINA, off 4%. VMware down a couple percentage point. John Deere, DE, off 2% as well. State Street Corp down 3.5%. If we take a look at the DAX, let's just simply take a peek around the world, see what we had going on last night. Right now, the DAX trading up 36 points. That is up 0.5%. And what the DAX has done, folks, the DAX is back inside that longer-term uptrend channel. Just doesn't want to give it up. And one of the things that we certainly, want to pay notice to is this June 29th area. June 29th, that candle has held as support inside the DAX. The DAX actually showing more strength than the U.S. markets here. It is back inside that uptrend channel. We'll see last time. So the swing point here that the DAX wants to deal with inside that uptrend channel is the high of 66.41. It's trading out right now at 66.05. If we take a look elsewhere around the world, FTSE down about 10 points right now. You had the Nikkei finish up. They came back from holiday up almost 0.4%, up 30 points. You had the Shanghai up 13 points, up 0.6%. The Hang Seng up 1 7/10% over in Spain. The IBEX is up 1.5% right now. So let's go continue. Let's go take a look at let's go take a look at our indexes out there. Let's go take a look at the indexes, see what we're actually doing. We've got the SPYs up here. Now, if you take a look at the SPY, folks, what you are seeing here is a recent downtrend channel. This downtrend channel is really going back to the May 3rd area. When you're drawing channels versus trend lines, you're using co-located opens and closes. So what I'm using here, then you want to make sure that you've got at least 3 in order to have a strong trending area. In this case here, I'm using the open of April 3rd. That open on the S&P 500 is 1418.98. The next bar that it hits is the close of May 1st, the close out there, 1405.82. The next two that this channel line hits are down in July 3rd. The open out there at 1365.75 and the close on July 5th. That close being 1367.58. That sets up our top of our channel line out here. That is where the S&P is headed to. That is at least where it is headed to. May try to bust through it just like it did here in the May 1st area. And as far as a price point on that, I can only give you really an estimate. It looks like it's about that 1368-ish range. Of course, what that would do, that would get you inside that July 3rd swing point. So if it gets inside the July 3rd swing point, expect it to try to take that out, meaning punch up outside of the uptrend channel. If it closes back inside there, just like we're taking a look at elsewhere, that tells you it's going to go ahead and contain price. Now, what you also see out here inside this downtrend channel that we are looking at is you start seeing this little subcorrection channel that has been established out here. And that's just simply, if we were to draw the lines here, I'll do get the tool, this little parallel tool that we have out here on the software, and we're looking for some co-located opens and closes. We're going to go ahead and, although it's not necessarily, there we go, we'll go right about here. That'll give us our 3 to the downside, and if we take a look at it, and that'll give us, looks like that gives us pretty close to our 3 on the upside as well. So you can see just simply the channel that price has been traveling inside. You did get a breakout of that area on July 12th. It came right back in the following trading session on Friday, July 13th. That is where the S&P 500 is headed to. Could easily get there today, folks. If we take a look at the ETF structures out here, let's go take a look at the SPYs, see what the SPYs are doing. The SPYs out here, let's pull this chart up on the screen. Yesterday, the SPYs basically have a doji. So is that the halfway move on the way up, or was that retirement? Well, right now you've got the SPYs trading up over that area, trading up over Friday now, which you certainly didn't get yesterday. The SPYs wanting to now at least get into the May 4th downdraft. I'll just go ahead and clean up this chart. It'll make it a little bit easier. The SPYs right now actually contending with the couple different areas. You can go back to the June 19th swing point out there that had 137 million shares. You can also look at the bottom of July 3rd. That's really what I would be focusing on. Now, that doesn't have much volume out there on July 3rd. That has, of course, is a shortened trading session. So even though it's showing 80 million, you need to do some type of mathematical adjustment there as the SPYs come into that area, because the market was open from like 9:30 till 1 or 1:30, I believe 1:30. So you had a 4-hour trading session, and obviously it was a holiday out there. So, that's what the SPYs are trying to do. Whether the SPYs are going to actually get up and complete an A to B equals CD, which would take you to 139.37, that is yet to be seen. It looks to me like more so what the SPYs are really trying to do is just simply get up and tag this July 3rd area. If we go take a look at some of these stocks here popping and dropping that we didn't take a look at, let's go take a look at Mattress Firm out here. MFRM is the ticker symbol there. And so I recall this chart taking it to the mattresses not too long ago. MFRM is the ticker symbol. They're down 13% this morning. Oh, how about that? Looks like they completed an A to B equals CD. Okay, so we take a look at the Mattress Firm out here. The 1-to-1 A to B equals CD projection was hit this morning. That price projection, 22.77. This thing traded down to 22.82 so far. Let me go ahead and just refresh this chart, make sure that I have everything in here as we are taking this one apart. So it completes an A to B equals CD. You do have some volume this morning because we've only been trading for 12 minutes, and you've done 568 million shares. Now, it's trading down below the blowout. So that blowout was June 6th when it blew out that tire. At that stage, folks, that's when it told you it was going for lower prices. This was a nice enough stock chart to go all the way back to the pretty close to the gap. The gap that we're looking at is the low of June 5th. That low was 34.48. What Mattress Firm did was they got up to a high of 33.97. Still a little bit of a gap up there. They get up there on July 5th. So they gave you an opportunity to get out of this stock. The volume that you had to the downside on June 6th was 3.8 million shares. Again, what you've done so far in 13 minutes of trading, 600,000 shares. So this thing has got some volume in it. And where it came back to, okay, so now we come back a little bit further here, comes all the way back to the the IPO date, where it's got volume out there. So that high is $23. That's what's holding in place here right now. Those underwriters who may still have this stock. The high, again, $23 there, 3.9 million shares. Don't buy this. Do not buy this stock here. Wait to see what this thing is going to do. It's likely going to trade lower than that 22.77 where it completed an A to B equals CD down, and I'm glad you asked me where could this trade to. Looks like this would trade down to about 18.17. So if they're having trouble, the other mattress companies must also be having trouble. What's the sleep number, guys? What is that? Select Comfort. What is Select Comfort? Somebody in the den know the ticker symbol for Select Comfort? SCS or something like that? Let me see if I can do a SCS. Okay, so let's go take a look at, thank you, SCSS, Tempur-Pedic. Let's go take a look at Select Comfort and see what they are doing this morning here. SCSS is the ticker symbol, and they gapped down this morning, and that too, obviously, now that too has a, excuse me here, let me pull this chart open. That too has a to B equals CD that it wants to complete. That gapping down huge on June 6th as well. That letting 12 million shares out of its tires. And this trying to do the same thing. Got up actually yesterday, July 16th, did not completely close the gap. Now, the gap candle has 888,000 shares. Yesterday, you've got this little doji was coming in with 1.6 million shares. So not too bad, 1.6. Look like it's going to still give you the opportunity to get out of this as it closes its gap out here. Where this thing wants to trade to, though, let's go ahead and put this on the weekly chart. Let's go see where we've got some volume in this little guy. And this thing wants to trade down to, well, if you take a look at, let's look at the ABC on this. Let's look at the conservative ABC on this first. So the ABC on Select Comfort says 1764. That gets you into the candle that's already trading inside, rejecting a little bit, which is October of 2011 out there. Looks to me like this thing wants to get down in the 1457 area. That is on Select Comfort, the Tempur-Pedic guys. I guess that's who they are. I thought Select Comfort was the Sleep Number bed. So maybe Select Comfort is a Sleep Numbers and Tempur-Pedic is another one. I don't know what that ticker symbol is. It's probably TM something, but I'm not going to look it up. Let's go take a look at Mattel. Mattel up nice. So people must be buying toys in the summertime. MAT is the ticker symbol out there, gapping up this morning. Has volume, has some pretty nice volume so far with a 16 minutes into today's trading session. Volume so far today, 2.7 million shares, going against the most recent swing point that has 2.3 million shares. No problem there. It's got its sights set on the swing point that doesn't have much volume, 1.5 million share, March 27, 2012. So you've got Mattel Corporation busting out of this high-level consolidation that it's in. Let's go put this thing on a weekly chart out here. Looks like the toy business is pretty good out there. So you got Mattel. Let's see, what do they show here? Operating income, $160 million versus $146 million from a year ago. Their sales, $1.16 billion, same sales level, so they've been able to reduce their cost. Probably outsourcing, huh, folks? You've got Mattel's net income, $104 million versus $97.1 million out there. Again, let's take a look at this on the weekly chart, see what it is doing on the weekly chart out here. And on the weekly chart, get all-time highs, and this thing has A to B equals CD. Looks like it is either going to complete or has completed. That A point is going to be the March 6th lows, March 6, 2009, out at $10.36. I would use as a B point the high that it made on April 16, 2010. That high is $24.60. Pulls back for a couple of months, pulls back into the low on June 11th. That low out there, 2014. So here's what it did. Mattel completed the one-to-one A to B equals CD, and then when you do that, it pulls back. It completed that one-to-one A to B equals CD the week of March 30th, 2012. Travels sideways, moves slightly lower. If we take a look at the retracement, really, this thing has got some energy in it. And when I take a look at energy, I would go and take a look at the retracement off of the swing point low from August of 2011. Looks to me like only a 0.382 retracement. So we'll go from the low at 2270 all the way up to the high when it completed its one-to-one. And on that pullback, folks, what it did was just a 0.382 pullback. That is says that this thing has some real strength in it. And the next move up here could be that ABC that you would be looking at. That's assuming that it's going to, on the weekly, take out the swing point. And so if we take, oops, doesn't mean to do that. Doesn't mean to do that. Let's see here. Give me a second, folks. Okay. So if we take a look at, on that weekly chart, take a look at, let's take a look at the smaller A to B equals CD. The smaller one's going to use a swing point from December 2011. That A to B equals CD on the weekly chart here, that would give you a price projection on Mattel out at about $37.65. Now at $38.27 will be your 1 to 1.272 A to B equals CD. Looks like that's where Mattel wants to go with price out there. 877-927-6648. Dow up 43 points. S&P's up 3. Composite up 6. Small caps up 2. We'll be right back, folks.
We're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foresight Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit tfnn.com today.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
Catch Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. The Money Masters, next on TFNN.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
It absolutely is, folks, saying, talk about just a beautiful morning, even though it was raining, drizzling, misting here in downtown Clearwater. It was full of all kinds of rainbows out there. You got to love those big, brilliant rainbows. And what's at the end of a rainbow, folks? A pot of gold out there. If we go take a look at the gold contract out here, you can see just like rainbows disappear, so has the price of gold. You've got gold trading down $8 right now. What did gold do out there? Gold this morning gets up to a high of $1598.80. What's the 50-day exponential moving average on gold? $1599.20. Now, folks, why would you want to understand that? Well, if you just simply take a look at the 50-day as it crossed through the 200-day, that gave you the sign here on gold that it was long-term bearish until that really crosses back over, folks. Now, it's a lagging indicator. That's okay. We talked this morning about being patient out here. It is all about patience when it comes to your trading. You want to make sure that, you wait for a second opinion. That means, folks, when you place a trade, whether you're going long or short, wait one candle. No matter what time frame it is that you are trading on, wait that duration of that candle to give you the confirmation that the move is moving in the direction that you thought it was going to. Now, if you take a look at gold here, what had been holding it in place here, what had been resistance, and sure, we take a look at swing points and take a look at retracements, but you can just simply use this simple tool. Of course, we're using not the simple moving average, we're using the exponential moving average out here, and the 50-day and the 200. The 200-day moving average had acted as a resistance line. What we can see is coming since the early part of July's trading, it has been the 50-day that has acted as resistance. So you got gold trading out right now down at $1584 after making those beautiful rainbows and popping up to a price this morning of $1598.80. Silver down 17 cents right now, out at $27.15. Light sweet crude up 48 cents. Let's go take a look and see. We were looking at stocks that were popping and dropping out there. Actually, if we look at the IBD 50 out here, see how that is performing tech-wise. To the downside today, you've got of the IBD 50. It looks like you've got about 12, 13 stocks to the downside. Leading to the downside, you've got NetEase off $3 and change. MasterCard giving back a little bit of the gains it had yesterday, giving back $2.76 right now. Altus Lon down 70 cents. Melanix Technologies giving back about $1.53. To the upside, Priceline, CF Industries, Apple, O'Reilly Automotive. Let's go take a look at O'Reilly Automotive. They absolutely had the blowout. They had their radiator leak some gas here, some water not too long ago. Let's go see how that fix on their car is. ORLY. And that thing, oh my goodness. This thing is giving people the chance to get back out. Folks, if you were still holding on to this stock here, just like we were taking, I can't recall which stock we were looking at that gave you a chance to get out. O'Reilly Automotive, folks, gapping down on the June 27th, 12 million shares coming out of its balloon, making a 1 to 1.272, A to B equals CD down. This thing has been moving up on light volume all the way back up, trying to get up, and I don't know that it will get up to where the gap began. That is the June 26th candle. That low out there, folks, is 94.55. Might not be a bad place, folks, to take a short position, although I don't know that O'Reilly Automotive is going to get all the way back up there. Folks, stay tuned. Tom and I will coming up next. Then we go out to Kate Stalter in Santa Fe, Victor Jones in Chicago, Dallas, Texas to Darryl Martin Diagnostic Trading Hour. 2 to 3 is open for lunchtime for you folks today. 3 to 4, Ken Shreve and the Tom O'Brien Show from 4 to 6, folks. Remember, just all you need, folks, is a little bit of patience. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, if not in a few minutes. Take care.
Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.